Hello friend, myself R.D. Mahajan presenting my video on the topic methods to find particular integral. Second case, when phi of x means right hand side term is in the form of sin ax plus b or cos of ax plus b, then pi is obtained by inverse operator technique 1 upon f of d square operated on sin of ax plus b. Here the rule is that we have to replace d square by minus a square, means a square with minus sign, and therefore that pi becomes, it is 1 upon f of d square replaced by minus a square into sin of ax plus b, provided f of minus a square not equals to 0. If it is 0, if f of minus a square is equals to 0, then case fail. And if case fail, we go to the next step as x 1 upon differentiating it with respect to d, we get f dash of d square operated on sin ax plus b. Once again we have to use the same replacement, d square replaced by minus a square, and therefore it become x into 1 upon f dash of minus a square into sin of ax plus b, provided f dash of minus a square should not be 0. If it is 0, again case fail. And if case fails second time, pi is given by x square 1 upon f double dash of d square operated on sin of ax plus b, sin or cos, and once again we replace d square by minus a square, so that it is x square 1 upon f double dash of minus a square into sin of ax plus b, and so on. Means we have to continue this process till we get some non-zero term in the denominator. Therefore by this way we can determine the pi. Then some first example, find pi of d square plus 9 into y is equal to cos x. Here we have second order linear differential equation with y as a dependent variable and x as independent. Therefore here we require to find only pi part. Therefore solution, a particular integral is obtained by inverse operator technique. Here that 1 upon d square plus 9 which we have to operate on cos x, and as the term on the right hand side is in the form of sin or cos ax plus b, rule is that we have to replace d square by minus a square, minus a is here coefficient of x is 1 square is 1, and therefore we get 1 upon d square replaced by minus 1 plus 9 into cos x, and therefore it is 1 by 8 into cos x is the required pi. Then second example, find pi of d square plus 4 into y is equal to sine 2x. Once again, a second order linear differential equation with y as a dependent variable, x as independent, and the term on the right hand side is in the form of sine ax plus b. And therefore, to find pi by that shortcut method, it is 1 upon f of d square. That term is d square plus 4, which we have to operate on sine 2x. And then using the rule, d square replaced by minus a square, it is minus a square, 2 square, and therefore it is minus 4. And therefore it becomes 1 upon minus 4 plus 4 into sine 2x. Therefore it is 1 by 0 into sine 2x. Case fail. And as case fail, we go to the next step as x into 1 upon differentiation of this term with respect to d, it is 2d, and then operate it on sine 2x, and it is equals to x by 2. 1 by d stands for the integration. Therefore, it is integration of sine 2x with respect to x, and therefore it is x by 2. Integration of sine is minus cos of 2x divided by 2, and that is the required pi. Therefore, I have explained both the cases. If case fail, how to obtain the pi, and if case does not fail, how we can obtain the pi. Then some more examples to solve the equation containing either sine term or cos. Next example, solve differential equation d square plus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to sine of 2x. Given differential equation is of second order linear differential equation with y as a dependent variable, x as independent variable, and the term on the right hand side is sine ax plus b type of term. And therefore, here we require to obtain the solution is we have to obtain the CF as well as pi part. And therefore, to obtain CF, we write down the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is d square plus 3d plus 2 equals to 0. Finding the two roots by factorizing it. Therefore, the factors of 2 are d plus 2 and d plus 1. So that the product is 2 and sum is 3. Equating each to 0, it gives you d is equals to minus 2 and minus 1. Here roots are real and different or distinct. And as roots are real and different, it is case 1 for CF, and therefore CF is given by it is C1 e raised to minus 2x plus C2 e raised to minus x. We call this as equation 1. Then pi part is 1 upon d square plus 3d plus 2, which we have to operate on sine 2x. Then using the technique, d square replaced by minus a square. A is here 2, therefore 2 square, and that value is minus 4. Therefore replacing d square by minus 4, we get minus 4 plus 2 plus 3d into sine 2x, or operator on sine 2x, and therefore we get 1 upon this is 3d minus 4 plus 2, we get minus 2 into sine 2x. For further replacement, we need a term of d square, but here we are having only a term of d, and therefore to obtain that term of d square, we have to rationalize this, multiply and divide by its conjugate. Therefore we get, it is 1 upon 3d minus 2, we have to multiply and divide by its conjugate. Conjugate is 3d plus 2 and divide by 3d plus 2. Therefore original value remains as it is, only form I am changing, and therefore it is 3d plus 2 1 upon a plus b, a minus b, that product is a square minus b square. Therefore 3d square means 9d square minus b square 2 square 4, which we have to operate on this, or into 3d plus 2, which we have to operate on sine of 2x, and therefore it is 1 upon 9d square minus 4, operating term by term, it is 3 times d of sine 2x, means derivative of sine 2x. Derivative of sine is cos of 2x into 2 and plus 2 times sine 2x, we get, it is 1 upon 9d square minus 4 into 3 to the 6 cos of 2x and plus 2 times sine of 2x. We call this equation 2. There are 2 terms on the right hand side of this operator. Therefore we find out pi1 and pi2 are operating separately. We get the required pi. 6 constant we take before the operator. Therefore 6 1 upon 9d square minus 4, which we have to operate on cos of 2x. Using the rule, d square replaced by minus a square 2 square, therefore d square replaced by minus 4, and we get 6 1 upon 9 multiplied by minus 4 and minus 4 into cos of 2x. It is equals to 6 1 upon 9 4s are 36 minus 36 minus 4 into cos of 2x, and therefore we get minus 6 by 40 into cos of 2x. Dividing by 2, we get minus 3 by 20 into cos of 2x. Equation number 3. we get that pi1. Then pi2, it is equals to 1 upon 9 d square minus 4 operated on 2 sine 2x. Again 2 constant, we take it outside. D square replaced by minus a square minus 4. Therefore 1 upon again 9 into minus 4 and minus 4 operated on sine 2x, and therefore it is 2 by again minus 36 minus 4, we get minus 40 into sine 2x, and it is minus 1 by 20 dividing by 2 into sine 2x. We get equation number 4th. And then adding equation 1, 2, 3 and 4, with CF plus PI, we get the requirement is CF C1 e raised to minus 2x plus C2 e raised to minus x plus PI1 minus 3 by 20 cos of 2x and minus 1 by 20 into sine of 2x. For the dependent variable y, C1 e raised to minus 2x, C2 e raised to minus x. From this two term I can take minus 1 by 20 common. We get 3 cos of 2x and plus sine of 2x as the required solution. Next example, example number 4. Solve differential equation d square plus 4 into y is equal to sine square x. Here the given differential equation is of order 2 with y as a dependent variable, x as independent. The term on the right hand side is sine square x. It is not directly in the form of sine or cosine. It is here sine square. Therefore, first of all we have to rewrite this sine square theta by using standard trigonometric result. We know that sine square theta is 1 minus cos of 2 theta, means 1 minus cos of 2x and divided by 2. Means we are getting a 2 terms, 1 by 2 first and second 1 by 2 into cos of 2x. Means we have to find out pi1 and pi2. Therefore, auxiliary equation is d square plus 4 is equals to 0. It implies d square is equals to minus 4, transferring to right hand side. Taking square root on both sides, we get d is equals to root of minus 4, we get plus minus 2i. Roots are imaginary. Roots are imaginary. Comparing this with alpha plus minus I beta, we get real part alpha is equals to, here it is 0, and beta imaginary part coefficient of I is beta, here we get that value as 2. Then for imaginary roots, complementary function CF is given by e raised to alpha x C1 cos of beta x plus C2 sin of beta x, and therefore it is equals to alpha is here 0, therefore e raised to 0x means 1, C1 cos of beta x, beta is 2, therefore cos of 2x plus C2 sin of 2x. We call it equation 1. That is the first part of the solution, CF part. Then in second part we find out PI. Therefore PI1 and PI2. PI1 is 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on 1 by 2 this I can rewrite, constant I can take outside before the operator, 1 upon d square plus 4, and that 1 we convert in exponential form as e raised to 0x. Any constant we can convert in this form, and then applying that technique or the rule, it is case 1 for Pi, where we have to replace d by a is here 0, and therefore Pi is 1 by 2, 1 upon d replaced by 0, 0 plus 4 into e raised to 0x. We get that value as 1 by 2, 1 by 4 into e raised to 0x 1, means it is 1 by 8. Equation number 2. First Pi or Pi1. Then we find out Pi2. 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on that 1 by 2 into cos of 2x. Again 1 by 2 constant we can take outside. 1 upon d square plus 4, which we have to operate on cos of 2x. Then using the rule, d square replaced by minus a square, a is here 2, 2 square 4. Therefore d square replaced by minus 4. We get 1 by 2, 1 upon minus 4 plus 4 into cos of 2x. It is 1 by 2, minus 4 plus 4, 0, denominator becomes 0, into cos of 2x, means as denominator becomes 0, case fell. And as case fell, we go to the next step as 1 by 2 as it is, x into differentiating this with respect to d, we get derivative of d square as 2d. Operate it on cos of 2x. It is x by 4. 1 by d means integration of cos of 2x with respect to x, and therefore it is x by 4. Integration of cos is sin 2x by 2. We get that value as x by 8 into sin 2x. Equation number next, third. Then we take the addition of equation 1, 2 and 3, means CF plus PI, we get the required solution. It is C1 cos of 2x plus C2 sin of 2x plus 1 by 8 times 1 minus x sin of 2x as the required solution. It is containing two arbitrary constants C1 and C2, which is equals to the order of that differential equation. Therefore, whatever we are obtaining is also called as a general solution of that differential equation. Next example, last example, solve d raised to 4 plus 6d square plus 9 into y is equal to sin 2x into sin x. Order of that differential equation is fourth order, with y as a dependent, x as independent. Means we get 4 roots, and depending upon the roots we write on the CF, and the term on the right hand side is a product of two terms of sine. While finding pi, don't write it is pi1 into pi2. That is not a correct way to write down or to find the pi. Therefore, that sin 2x into sin x, product way to convert it into sum by defactorization formula, multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2 to this equation. Sin 2x into sin x, it is 1 by 2 sin 2x into sin x, it is 1 by 2. We know that 2 sin A sin B as cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Therefore, 2x minus x minus cos of ax plus b, 2x plus x, and therefore it is 1 by 2 times cos of 2x minus x, we get x, of a minus b minus cos of a plus b. Product we can convert into sum by that standard result from trigonometry, and therefore we are getting a two terms. Means while finding pi, we have to find out pi1 and pi2. First step, auxiliary equation to find CF. Auxiliary equation is d raised to 4 plus 6d square plus 9 is equals to 0. It is perfect square of d square plus 3. Equating each terms to 0, we get d square plus 3 equals to 0 and d square plus 3 equals to 0. Solving it for d, we get d square is equals to minus 3, and same here, d square is equals to minus 3. Taking square root, we get d is equals to plus minus root of this is root 3 and square root of minus 1 is I. Therefore we get imaginary roots, and the same for the second also, d is equals to plus minus root 3i. Therefore we get repeated imaginary roots. With alpha is equals to here, real part as 0 and beta imaginary part as root 3. And therefore CF is e raised to alpha x, as it is repeated imaginary root. The way to write this CF is c1 plus c2x into cos of beta x beta is root 3 into x, plus next constant c3 plus c4x into sine of beta x, we call this equation 1 CF. And then next step we find PI. We require to find PI1 and PI2. Replacing d square by minus a square, a is here 1, therefore 1 square 1. We get 1 upon this d raised to 4 plus 6d square plus 9 is, first of all I will write in that form, perfect square form. It is d square plus 3 whole square operated on cos x, and then replacing d square by minus 1, we get minus 1 plus 3 bracket square into cos x, we get 1 upon 3 minus 1, we get 2 square, 2 square is 4 into cos x, we call this as equation number 2. Then for PI2, again it is 1 upon d square plus 3 bracket square into cos of 3x, d square replaced by minus a square, 3 square, that is minus 9, and therefore it is 1 upon d square replaced by minus 9 plus 3 bracket square into cos of 3x, it is 1 upon minus 9 plus 3, we get minus 6, and that square of it, therefore it is 36, 1 by 36 into cos of 3x. Next equation number 3. And then if we take the addition of this CF, PI1 and PI2, we get the required complete solution, and therefore complete PI C1 plus C2x into cos of root 3x plus C3 plus C4x plus 1 by 2 times PI1 minus PI2. PI1 is 1 by 4 cos x minus PI2 1 by 36 into cos of 3x is the required solution. In my next video, I will discuss the next case if phi of x is in the form of sine hyperbolic ax plus b or cos hyperbolic of ax plus b. If you are not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it to receive or to get new updates or new videos. Thank you.